Happy Tuesday. All right, Daily Flames Live. Give you guys a couple minutes to hop on, grab your coffee for our coffee talk. Today is a messy hair day. Do I even need to say that anymore? Like, every day is a messy hair day. Good morning, Dana. I'm so happy to see you. Good morning, Sam. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Mary. And good morning, JoJo. If you're out there, my little BFF. Good morning, Brianna. Hope you guys have your coffee. This is going to be a fun one. Dana, I can't listen to this right now. Oh, I'm sure it did make you spit out your coffee, Dana. Yeah, you like that title, right? I mean, I don't know where, I get these crazy ideas from, most people should know, this craziness, it's not all me. It's a lot of all of my awesome clients, right? You guys, inspire the shit out of me, and, I mean, it's too good to not share, so that's how it works. Good morning, Eva. Okay, so I have my coffee. I'm a little shaky. I think I've had too much coffee this morning. Good morning, Dan. Since we got the puppy's a ginormous dragon dog now, of course. He's still a puppy. He's only 10 months old, but I moved the Keurig into my bedroom because when I'm up, at 5 or whatever, I don't want to wake the dog up trying to make coffee. That was a really hard lesson that I learned because we would be up all night long with the puppy, right? Up and down. And really my son, he was very diligent with making sure that he was the one taking care of the puppy. Good morning, Kelly. And good morning, Fernando. What's going on? Fernando's my favorite local trainer, just FYI. He's over at USA Fitness for the local peeps, and he is amazing, and he is a muscle powerhouse. So it's kind of fun to just watch him work out, just saying. And you can also follow him, Fernando Gutierrez. You can see him in my little things there of people watching if you're curious for a local trainer. So, okay, let's start dipping our toe in here, right? So, do you have a master's degree in Mindfuck? Good morning. Yes, I know. So my puppy, Debbie's asking, my giant dog, yeah, he's still a puppy. He's 10 months old, and he is, we have to go in for another vet appointment, but I would guess he's between 80 and 90 pounds right now. His dad was 120 pounds. So, yeah. And he just got groomed and everything. So he's super, he smells good. And so makes me want to baby him even more, which is not good. He's been snuggling on the couch with me, which is a new thing for him. But he's so adorable. Good morning, Michaela. Michaela, just awesomely, so you guys know, have seen those watermelon crushing things. They put a watermelon between their thighs and they crush them. Yeah, she totally tried it. It's way harder than you could even imagine. You think I'm, I squat, I deadlift, I do all this stuff, I should be able to crush watermelon. She can tell you it's way harder than you can imagine. Good morning, Jessica. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. The photo of that I still think should be posted because the work on your face, Michaela, that was priceless. I would not even want to try to do that. I feel like my knees would hurt from I don't know, it wouldn't feel good. Okay, so do you have a master's degree in Mindfuck? I do. And so what I mean by that is all the overthinking that we do, right? All this overthinking that we do to ourselves. Good morning, Christy. Yeah, you know it, Michaela. But I'm sure that every single one of you can relate to this whole mind fuck that we do to ourselves, right? we can say, you know, sometimes, you know, other people do it to us, but really we can't. Okay, so I'm just gonna like, no nonsense, call it out. If you have a mind fuck, if you are like super stressed out about what somebody else, you know, is saying, doing to you, you're doing it to yourself, right? The mind fuck piece, right? Because ultimately, like my teenagers like to say, well, it doesn't matter anyhow, Mom. Like none of it really matters. Like they do a really good job of that, at least for, you know, teenagers and all they deal with and that kind of stuff, is recognizing that, you know, at the end of the day, you know, the stress that we have from the people, the places, the things, the tests, the exams that we have in life, all the mental tests, like it's here and then it's going to go away. And then you have to just keep moving, right? So, but here's the thing, when we kind of allow ourselves to do that mindfuck game, is it can absolutely like pulverize your whole, like a big piece of your life if you allow it, right? So when we start doing that, right? So for example, like just overthinking, and it could be overthinking anything. It could be like work related. It could be fitness related. It could be things that you know you should be doing, but you're not doing. Good morning, Stephanie. You know, commitments that we've made that we're not like even like near where we should be, like for the deadline, for example, right? We start overthinking it. Here's what happens. You start overthinking whatever that is. So what's happening when you start overthinking it is you're doubting yourself, right? You are creating this negative energy, and it's attaching to whatever that thing is. And you know, again, it can be work, it can be relationships, it can be your training, it can be your nutrition, it can be anything, right? But we start overthinking it, and immediately overthinking it starts creating this negative attachment to it, right? This negative energy starts to become a thing, right? And then what happens from there is we start telling ourselves stories, right? And I made this analogy the other day about like teenagers, right? They kind of get caught in a lie, and that lie becomes bigger and can consume them. But it's not just teenagers. We do it every single day to ourselves, right? Instead of telling ourselves truths about ourselves, we lie to ourselves. What's interesting about that is when we're lying to ourselves about like how amazing we are. We're lying to ourselves about how capable we are, right? So these things become issues, and they become bigger issues, and you've got this negative attachment that starts being created, that you're creating. You don't realize it, but you are creating that because you're overthinking it. You're thinking, well, what if this happens? You don't know what the fuck is going to happen. So stop thinking like that, right? The only thing you can do is put your best foot forward every single time. Have a positive attitude every single time. Visualize a positive outcome for yourself every single time, no matter what it is. Because here's the thing, it might not have the outcome that you wanted, but if you go into it with a better attitude than you might normally go into it, you're gonna learn more. You're way more open. Like your energy is way more open to learning and picking up more knowledge, things that you didn't know, you didn't realize. We never know how much we don't know, right? So look at it like that, right? If you approach anything, negative with a down, pessimistic view, you're going to be very closed off in like what else you allow yourself to see and recognize in life, right? It's about being self-aware. Whereas if you approach things with a positive attitude, and no matter what the heck it is, give it a fucking smile and a wink. I can't tell you how many times I have given negative people in my life a smile and a wink, because I know I'm a lot better off having that attitude than a shitty attitude, right? I'm going to get a lot more out of it because I'm open to that, right? I'm open to, what else is going to come my way, right? Now, not all the time, right? Good morning, Robin. I have to constantly remind myself of this, right? So, you're not alone, okay? So even the coaches who are telling you, oh, you should do this, it's better for you, no. Just know that they have very likely struggled with the exact same things. Good morning, Bobby. Good morning, Rebecca. So that whole mindfuck thing, right? So the mindfuck, we get really stressed out about this thing. We start overthinking it, whether it's work, training, nutrition, family, relationships, whatever it is. Thank you for the hearts, Bobby. That's really sweet. I love hearts, and I know I don't have a filter on, but I wanted to get down to it today because I think we torture ourselves with this mindfuck piece, right? So all the overthinking that we do about whatever it is, even your freaking macros, right? Overthinking your macros. And if you're gonna eat that hot dog or you're gonna eat those salt and vinegar chips right here last night with my glass of wine, knowing I'm on this supercut, and am I gonna totally ruin my progress? And then, I'm not gonna hit like my goal that I wanted to hit. And oh my God, I'm a failure. And if I can't do that right, like I'm screwing everything else up. And if I'm not doing that right, I'm not setting a good example for my clients. And if I can't set a good example for my clients, then I must not be a good coach. Mindfuck. See how easily that happens, right? None of that is true, but what I've done is mindfuck comes creeping in, right? I start overthinking things. It creates a negative attachment, right? That negative attachment all of a sudden starts allowing you to tell yourself lies, to tell yourself stories about yourself that are totally contradictory to the truth. And the truth is, I am an amazing coach. I love helping people, right? I love knowing that I don't know everything. I love knowing that I have resources, and I've created that for myself to be able to learn more to help you guys, right? So that is the reality. Do I always need to work on that? Of course, right? I'm far from perfect. Everybody is, nobody's perfect. Good morning, John. So stop mind-fucking yourself. Okay, unmindfuck yourself. It's not easy. It's not overnight. Oh yes, look at all the hearts, Debbie. Thank you. But you get it, right? Like you overthink your bike ride. Like it's so freaking hot out, or it's raining. Like I can't skip out on my bike ride because it's gonna take me off my routine, and I didn't get to work out. I wasn't as active as I wanted to be during the week, right? Don't do that to yourself, right? And I know you're really good about that, but we all do it. We all allow this mindfuck piece. It's almost like we're born with this mind. We're actually not born with this mindfuck. I can get into kind of where it comes from, but again, we'll end up with like a freaking 45-minute Facebook Live. And I know nobody is crazy about hearing me talk. 45 minutes long. Every single day. You know it, girl. So if this thing falls, just so you guys know, I have this tripod, this octopus looking tripod set on my art bin to be able to have this up higher so you guys don't have to stare at my light every day. So if it ever falls off one day, takes a tumble, you'll know why. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you have questions or you need help with this, here's, how does this all relate to your progress, right? So if you have goals, we all have goals. It's not if. We all have goals, right? And hopefully those goals are in the mindset of a journey, right? There is no end goal. I hit 124 pounds, right? That's 6 pounds down from my cut. I'm pretty much done, right? I'm not anticipating more, and I'm good with that. I would like to build muscle now, right? Good morning, Joan. But that doesn't mean, I've hit my goal, my journey's over, right? Good morning, Meredith. I haven't seen your face in forever. So once you hit that goal, it's not the end, right? My goal was to feel more comfortable in my clothes and see body composition changes and my marsupial belly dissipate a little bit more, right? So those are my other goals. But just because I see those doesn't mean it stops. It's a never-ending journey to healthify yourself. That is what it should be. It's not about fat loss. It's not about this many pounds down. It's not about those, size 2 jeans. It's not about that dress. It's not about, it's not about any of those superficial things. It's about healthifying yourself. And guess what? That goal, should be a continual. You want to continue adding better habits to achieve that. So, okay, but if you guys have questions, how does this apply, right, to your nutrition and all that kind of stuff, right, too? If you are feeding into your Mindfuck degree, right, if you're nurturing that, your stress is going to go up, right? We know this game. I'm going to pick on somebody to tell me it one day, because I think we all know it now. You start stressing out about whatever it is, the Mindfuck game, the negativity. First there's the Mindfuck, right? There's that one thing that's irking you. Good morning, Lisa. It's the Mindfuck, right? You start overthinking whatever that Mindfuck is, right? And then all of a sudden, negative energy starts attaching to that. And then it starts snowballing. And then we start telling ourselves lies about ourselves, right? We start lying to ourselves, creating these figments of our imagination of very negative things, things that are totally opposite of the truth. And the truth is, you are fucking amazing, right? You have to embrace that to be able to keep propelling yourself forward, right? So how do you get away from the Mindfuck, right? Number one is be aware. Be more self-aware of, you start feeling that thing going on in your head. Here's the thing, something really bad might have happened. Maybe you failed a test. That meant a lot to you. Maybe you have been really diligent training for your 1 rep maxes or something like that, a strength piece, and you've been really diligent on this program. You feel like your nutrition has been on point, but you missed it, right? You missed the mark. There are times that those things are going to get to us, right? Or, we have a tiff with in a relationship, right? And we didn't handle it necessarily the way we wanted to. Sulk for it. Sulk in it for a minute, a hot minute. You have to allow yourself to feel that. Because if you whatever, it's fine. You don't want to do that. So I'm definitely not saying just forget about it, right? Sulk in it for a hot minute. So be, aware of it, and then you have to let it go. Then you have to get yourself into the present. Okay, but what does that mean for my life? I'm still here. I'm not dead, right? Huge bonus, right? Well, guess what? I still have my kids. Huge bonus. Everybody's healthy. Huge bonus. Start thinking about all the stuff you're grateful for, right? Get your gratitude on and start writing out, put it on paper, those positive things in your life and what makes you awesome. What is awesome about you? You have to start shifting your mind, right? To start thinking about the positive things in your life instead of, because the more positive things you think about and the more positive way that you look at things, all of a sudden there's less room for negativity. It's creating a habit, right? This is a piece of creating that better habit, and it will change the way that you look at everything you do in life. Will you need to remind yourself again and again? Yes. Take it from me. As energetic and happy and, I like to motivate people, I need it too, right? I'm human. I need that too, and I struggle with all the same shit you guys do. So my super sweet client, we'll call her Gina. So hashtag fueled by Gina. She was saying to me that she was having this kind of mindfuck. She was overthinking things. Good morning, Marla. Haven't seen you for a while. And Lisa. And she said, and here I am drinking my protein shake with jalapeno chips. And I was like, well, right back at you, babe, because this is your coach who found salt and vinegar chips last night, right, with her glass of wine. So you guys are not alone. So if you have any questions, you need help with this, you want to move yourself past your plateaus. So again, you stress out, your cortisol goes up, all of a sudden you're a walking cortisol cocktail, and your body's gonna store body fat right in your belly for you. So we don't want that. So, okay, you guys, have a wonderful Tuesday. I'm just looking to see if they have different filters for us. Like, I like when they change it up, you know? What's this Estee Lauder one? It's gonna give me kissy faces. I also like the one that's like, it changes. No, it's, oh God, that is so scary. That's Estee Lauder. That is so scary. This is why I don't do these filters, because that is scary to me. What the heck? I look like I had plastic surgery. I can't do that one. So, okay. So a quick story about Hello Kitty, because I was going to do this yesterday and I totally forgot about it. Good morning, Jen. Jen, hormones is in my private group, right? And we'll talk about that today, actually. So you can get on that train and get your hormones in check, girl. Okay, so Hello Kitty, I have to tell you guys really quick. In my past life, I was a headhunter for the IT industry. And one of the things that we did, I worked for a really small company. If this one guy, owned the company and I worked for him, as his headhunter. And so when you send a candidate's profile, so our client is the company, right? So the client is the hiring manager of that company. And so he had the relationship with this hiring manager, and I had this really great candidate, right? And I would have to make a write-up about this candidate, Susie Pinochle has 10 years of database administration experience. She takes her commitments very seriously. She's extremely punctual, like a write-up, right? A small little summary. And he would meticulously check each one because, as you guys probably know, I have horrible writing skills, okay? Punctuation, grammar. I really just type the way that I speak. And a lot of times what happens is my brain is moving faster than my tiny little rodent fingers can move. So I will skip words, etc. So he would always check this write-up. Well, it happened to be the one time. So what he's told me about this hiring manager is that how odd it was that this grown woman is obsessed with Hello Kitty. Okay, she's like an IT manager, and she has shared with him that she loves Hello Kitty, seriously is obsessed with it. So we would joke about that in the office, right? So in my write-up, knowing he's gonna check it like he always does, I write, Susie Pinochle, also has a passion for Hello Kitty paraphernalia, right? The one time my manager did not check my write-up and instead just sent it directly to his client, that was the time. Oh yeah, it was bad. Oh, it was really bad. Unfortunately, she caught that and did, kind of call him out and said that she didn't appreciate the joking around, how that was a really important childhood connection that she had to Hello Kitty, right? Oh my God, I could have died 17 times in that 2 seconds that he told me. He was pure red fuming. But you can imagine how easily that can happen, right? I'm not perfect. I do like to joke around and stuff, but I thought he was going to check it. So I learned a great deal from that experience, right? To check my own shit, but I'm still not perfect. And this is why I do my own thing, right? I can type it however I want, right? And get it out there. I don't have to worry about somebody else checking it or, doing it not according to somebody else's rules. So I just tell it like it is. My ex-husband used to call it lack of tact. I call it just being honest. Just being who I am. So, okay. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was such a crazy day. So, all right. I hope you have a wonderful day, you guys. Kick your Tuesday's ass.